Players should feel free to debate these changes in our ships channel, #ships, as well as voice their thoughts on them in the forums post. Okay, so following represents a collection of proposed changes that we considered. I think this is pretty much the exact same that we just read. Not everyone is going to be in favor of these changes, and to be honest, a good portion of the existing ship population will likely be opposed to a good number of these changes. However, our goal is to promote a lasting ship ecosystem where many players can play and participate in ship content and not just gear the system to the benefit of a few players. So, remove all tracking for non-friendly players on ships and spyglass searching for non-player friendly ships. Non-friendly player ships. So you will only, I did say ship population on accident. It's so like when I have my headphones in, I can't really hear myself talk, and so sometimes I like mispronounce words. It's kind of funny. But anyways, so I guess with this, you won't be able to track anybody that's not a friendly player. You will only find NPCs, okay? And the reasoning, it says, is a massive number of players no longer participate in the ship system because a small number of guilds are constantly tracking all corners of the map and then zerg swarm any individual players who enter the ocean. Players should still be able to have PvP interactions with each other by tracking and pursuing the same NPC ships, fishing spots, ocean bosses, or by simply scouting the ocean with actual movement rather than relying and tracking with search bots. Now, I'm going to say this, right? I do not boat anywhere near as much as I used to because I don't have a group of friends that I sit in Discord with and boat with. Now, I'm not looking for them either, right? But I just got a message from my buddy Beltane who said I was just finished putting on my, hotkeys for boating and I got sunk. And I responded with, you should definitely wait for people to be online to go boating with them and set all that stuff up on test and learn how to boat on test. But I will say that, that's just kind of how it is. Flip side to that is that's just the way it works, right? And so I can see both sides to it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, props to High Tie and, the others, Anarchy probably back out there, that are just dominating the ocean. You know what? Good job. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they want to do. That's what they can do. There's nothing to stop, like, for instance, Sin, the guild that I'm in, and just saying, you know what? From now on, Darkmire is our dungeon. No one can enter Darkmire. If they enter Darkmire, we kill them. Right? It's just High Tie and Anarchy did that. I guess Anarchy. I'm just speaking because I think I heard they allied. They've done that with the ocean, right? But long term, I don't jump on the ocean very much anymore because I know that I'm just going to get sunk if I'm not with a group of friends, right? So it's like, y'all can have Darkmire. Exactly, it is a shit dungeon. You agree? I agree with you. I hate Darkmire. Everyone should. Everyone should hate it. People who say Darkmire is their favorite dungeon, Satanists. This should somewhat mitigate the ability. Okay, proposed players must wait 30 seconds after recalling, gating, hiking to place a ship deed on the water. And that would be to recall to a certain spot and raid another ship. Yeah, this should somewhat mitigate the ability for players to zerg swarm ships. When someone in group locates potential PvP target and players would then all recall nearest location, put their ships in the water. Yeah. I think though, I like that change, but I think though it will just create a armada approach. Rather than four corners, you'll find more like bumping into, you bump into one ship, you're bumping into a lot. But that's making the loot a lot less for them as well too. So who knows? Ship deeds are treated as being unstealable for the first 60 seconds after recalling, gating, and hiking. Similar to house deed placement, we realize players probably need a window, albeit very small, to be able to move a ship deed to another location where they won't risk losing millions of gold, doubloons worth of an item from a thief. But we also don't want players to simply be able to store ship deeds in their backpacks at all times. Yeah, so you can dry dock, basically. You just basically could pull up to the land, dry dock, and recall away. I mean, you have a window, a time window. I don't remember what it is, of not moving before you can dock. Hey man, really enjoy. Speaking of pickled legs, your videos. I'm just coming back to UO. Your videos are helping me relearn the game. That's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. Come on over to YouTube and join us here if you're able to. Contested ocean bosses. Proposed change. Have natural ocean boss spawns announced server-wide as contested. I like that. And have a random mastery chain link and corrupted link. And one of each. That's really cool. That will create a pretty big race for that. That's really cool. Yeah, that's like going straight in for PvP there, man. That's cool. Full gray zone, so technically bosses are already contested. They're just not globally announced. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Den of Battle. For each enemy player ship beyond the first that changes a player ship within 30 seconds. Enemy player ship beyond the first that damages, okay, a player ship within 30 seconds. A player ship receives 15% damage reduction from other enemy player ships. Oh, so like if you're getting zerged, for example, 5 enemy player ships attacking a single player ship within 30 seconds will grant a 60% damage reduction to the player ship. I don't like that one. Yeah, I don't like that one. To try to reduce the current incentive of players to try to zerg swarm individual ships or go in group PvP situations, having all players simply sync dump the same ship. I don't like that one. And the reason I don't like that one is because, and this is coming from somebody that's not a great like sync dumper or, PvP or whatever. I mean, the world's strength in numbers, man. I don't think that should really change, in my opinion. That one I personally am not a fan of. And this is coming from a mostly solo boater, if I do boat, right? Ocean is something I want to try one day, but my sea legs are dry for now. Yeah. It's a hard barrier to break, that's for sure. Ship ram. If a player ship is blocked in by 2 or more other non-friendly player ships and cannot move, the ship ram ability for that ship will now deal 35% of the target ship's whole max hull points. It's a big hit. One of the main strategies in ship PvP is to box in other ships with multiple ships so the victim becomes completely helpless, unable to move. Yes. And this mechanic will create a massive disincentive. Yeah, plus the 60% damage reduction if there's 5 of them. I like the ship ram one, okay? I like the ship ram one, but this plus Den of Battle, it's like, guarantee you, just wait. There will be somebody will be recording a 1v5, a 1v5 that he wins because of Den of Battle and ship ram. Maybe not, but I don't know. Den of Battle, and see it in action though, right? I mean, I think I've definitely been like against or for changes before, and then see it in action and I change my mind, or have been told reasoning behind otherwise, and been like, yeah, okay, that makes sense, and then change my viewpoint. So, ship PvP leaderboard. Create a ship leaderboard similar to our PvP event scoreboards where players can see all sorts of seasonal and lifetime stats for ship-based PvP. Adds a location for players to view stats on their PvP interactions and an opportunity for bragging rights. That's cool as shit. And again, I'm not like a huge PvPer, but that is cool as shit. Com ran a train on me the one time I went boating. Yeah, see, that's kind of what my point is on their Amish is like, long term, these changes are great, and that's exactly what they're thinking up there. Can I recommend a guild for noobs? Yeah, new guild. Hey, Invisible, what's up, man? What's up, Mr. Charles Thompson? Embark/disembark. New guild path is a good one as well, Floyd. But embark/disembark PvP restriction. Proposed change. Have players who embark or disembark from a ship be prevented from any aggressive actions against people on land for 30 seconds. Prevents players from trying to use ships to constantly jump back and forth between land and ships to escape PvP scenarios or events such as shrine corruptions. Yeah, I saw a video, one of Blacklisted highlights, a guy tried to do that, but he died anyways. It was kind of funny. He had I'll show you real quick. He had a boat right here. It was a damn good, funny video too. All right. Oh, fudge. That was smart of me. Let me do this real quick. Recalling in without regents. But he had a boat right up here. Where is it? 4 demons. Boom. Okay. And so like he's farming this area right here, right? And he's got a boat right here, and he had a hotkey set up. The guy that Blacklisted killed, it was funny, and he would just run up here and hide, and then he would like try to fight, but he ended up dying, and he would send in his like PvPer and stuff. He died on both characters. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. Anyways, so that's funny. Civilian/pirate flagging. Proposed change. Remove civilian and pirate flagging entirely and remove the ransom mechanic from salvage handling for ship PvP. Can't lose upgrades from being sunk. Running civilian flagging. Yeah, I ran civilian. In order to avoid losing upgrades, and players would often unintentionally turn pirate due to timing issues with PvP combat or variable handling for tame summon creatures or crew members. Yes, this would happen like all the time. We got to where we would only run all pirate on bosses because you would flag anyways, and the loot reduction. Players being able to take upgrades from other players created a massive deterrent for new players to be able to get a foothold in the system. Yeah, I can see that one for sure. I like that one. I do. Upgrade brake meter. Oh, yes. This was my only question, because right now, well, let me read it first. Have each ship upgrade have a brake meter that increases each time the ship it is installed on and sinks. 5% breakage per sinking, and when an upgrade reaches 100%, it's broken, and then does 50%. So, that's what, 20 deaths, 20 times getting sunk before it breaks. Can you repair it? That's a question. Yeah. Albion Online has the same mechanic. Yeah. Players will be able to see the brake meter of each upgrade as a progress bar. Below its entry in the ship upgrades page or when clicking. Yep, okay, I see that. It'd be a long-term reason for players to continue to need to want ship upgrade deeds. Right, because without that, you would end up you'd get Icebreaker, you'd get Ghost Barrage or Ghost whatever, and then whatever good lesser ability there is, I don't know. And then you would just never probably want to boat again because you'd have all the good abilities other than selling them, right? Reduce the registration of cracks and galleons. Yeah, I wanted a galleon, but I didn't want to spend 1 million dubs on it, and then have it sunk and spend another 1 million just to re-register it. So I was like, yeah, sinking on a galleon, it's cool to have one, but dying just really I don't know, man. I like dying and losing 30k with a Supreme book, not a million dubs. So 250k, okay, let's go. I like that. I like that. But I also understand risk versus reward. But either way, reduce the upgrade cost multiplier of large ships to 3 times from 5. Okay. I didn't realize the upgrade cost. I guess I did. Yeah. We're bigger the ship and stuff like that. When their lines break. Right. I understand that, Chocobo. I do. I just don't. I mean, I think numbers are numbers, man. And I mean, that's just the way it is, right? I hate the idea of promoting solo play just because you get a 60% upgrade thing. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. I mean, there'll be some really cool things like, yeah, I just beat this guy, or beat these guys 5v1, and it's like, okay, well, you had really good upgrades and your reduction was 60%, and they were on lower scale boats, but because of the scaling difference, yeah. And I mean, I get what you're saying, I really do, but that's all good, Pickle, no big deal. The current registration cost and upgrade cost formula makes players operating carracks and galleons unviable. See, there you go. Ship speeds. Reduce the amount of speed bonus grants from all ship speed bonuses from the ship system by 50% of normal. Even with the last round of updates to the ship system, the ship speed still remains the only stat that players focus on upgrading. It's still the sole factor in ship PvP. Yeah. Large ships entirely geared towards speed bonuses, which has nullified the diversity of the ship system. With the other changes to tracking, din of battle, and doubloon costs, players may now more likely consider running slow, high firepower ships for a change. I still think they'll want to do a lot more speed just simply for the farming ability, because if you can get from point A to B quicker, you're going to farm faster and you can escape people, but I guess if you reduce it enough, then yeah, by half, 50%. But I don't know. With that, it weighs a lot heavier on the other stuff too, so I can see that. That's cool. That's cool. Me personally, I like them all except for Den of Evil. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think this is good for longevity, and I think this is good for, like what Amish said. I jumped on the ocean, got sunk, never jumped out again. Okay, I've heard that 100 times, man. Heard that 100 times. I mean, it's just expensive when you die. I don't boat like I used to, and that's because I don't sit in a Discord with 8 other people ready to jump on their boat and come protect me if I call for it. It's just honest truth, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that makes it okay. And I mean, props to the guys who have controlled the ocean. Like, yeah, you guys won. Think about this. They won because the game was changed because they dominated it so that much. You know what I mean? It's just like, there you go. Good job. Congratulations. You guys won. Now let the others play. I guess you could say it. I mean, that, whatever. I'll probably take some hate for saying that, but I mean, congratulations. That's all I could say. Why can't I give you a Prime sub? Because I stream on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter all at once. Twitter does not allow you to monetize your channel if you are streaming on other platforms as well. So I took away my affiliate contract with them. That way I was able to do it. But thank you, buddy. Thank you. You can become a member on YouTube though, buddy. You can become a member on YouTube. I will Send you that link. Boom. I appreciate that, buddy. The patch notes from not sure how it'll affect your. They won UO. They won the ocean, anyways. They won the ocean. That's for sure. I mean, you can't like argue that. And if I jump out on my boat, they would sink me, right? And you can't argue that. The changes happened because that's what they're doing. You know, the very first line of it is a small number of guilds are constantly tracking all corners of the map and then zerg swarm any individual players that enter the ocean. Like, GG, dude, you won. You know what I mean? Like, call it what you want, dude, but props. Props, you know? That's how it is. If you shit in your sandbox too much, no one wants to play it. Agreed. Agreed. 100%, man. Agreed. Yep. This one I do want to read, okay? I want to read this one. Crew Jones. I like a lot of the changes. Didn't expect that. But at the same time, he's reasonable, so maybe I do. All right, I do have a few concerns with a couple first of all. He's always been a big boater, so let's check this out. Tracking / spy glasses, proposed change. Yeah, this would mean that you cannot find anyone that runs. If you're off screen of a player that you're fighting, you'll never find them. This alone effectively kills PvP. If we do not get a battle, you'll never know. Yeah, blind fighting. He's got a point. He's got a point. Because of the clipping and stuff. So maybe just like severely reduce it. Just severely reduce it. That's a very fair point. And yes, proposed. He likes that one. Okay, with the lowered cost. Civilian remove the ransom mechanic. Okay. He likes that one. Ship PvP leaderboard. I knew he would like that one. Ship ram. Yeah, help people get out of sticky situations. 3 hits and all boats around you are dead, and the galleons taking 60% reduced damage means anyone fighting will be F. That was, so there you go. He's on the same page as me. Like, yeah. 35, that's pretty huge. I guess with Den of Evil. See, he's combining the two. Which, where did he put Den of Evil? Okay, I like the theory of this, but my issue all comes with what I said above. Right. Okay. But he likes it. My final thought of all this, we're doing a lot with all these changes to help people who are farming. They now have a fight back for getting bucks. Their ships take less damage, and they cost less to register, and they don't lose any abilities. They can't even be spyglass, and speed is getting nerfed for catching people. All of this together is essentially hurting any PvP on the ocean. I agree with that. I think we, except for the boss stuff, but I think we need to dial it back on a couple of steps and still give us a reason to fight each other out there. It is a lawless area for a reason. I say leave the ransoms, no, or drop 100% of registration fee on sinks to the sinker. No, I think Crew, and I'm glad that I saw his, because he was like in my head like a lot of it, but like I agree with him on the spyglass. Like, just reduce it severely, like severely, not eliminate it. I can see his point there. And then this is what I was talking about. Like, these two together is just crazy, man. That's just not those two. Sorry, these two together is just crazy. I think that's somewhere in the middle of them both. I guess I don't know. My opinion.